The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Pannell Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Tom Viney. Welcome into the show. First time you co-hosted.
Absolutely. Great to be here.
We've got a great team coming in today, Tom. We've got the Madison Central Indians. Boy, Coach Feldhouse Jr. over there does a great job. They're one of the best teams in the state this year.
Tell you what, 11th region is going to be a tough one, and they're going to have a lot to say about it this year.
It's going to be a really tough one. And our feature is from Mercer County. It's a family affair over there. They're not only nationally ranked, they're a team that's, ranked number one in the state, and they've got a lot of family over there.
It's a great dynamic there.
Two of the star players are related to the head coach over there. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And our scholar athletes, Ja'Cory Miller and Rachel Klinker, they're just what we call them. They're scholar athletes.
Absolutely, the whole package.
The whole package, 3.9, 3.8. We're looking forward to talking to them in the Scholar Athlete of the Week. And we've got from UK Sports Medicine, we've got a great guest in. She's going to talk to us about a lot of different things here on the UK Sports Medicine segment.
Cross-training.
That cross-training.
Can't wait to hear about it.
And we've got another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down to Nicholasville, Kentucky. And we got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com.
Plenty of high school hoops tonight, and we begin with the Toyota Classic at Georgetown. A lot of cars over there.
Yes, a lot of cars. A pretty solid silent auction and one heck of a media buffet. All right, Scott County has won their home tournament 16 times tonight. The Cardinals facing a talented Lafayette team with a 13-4 record. Tonight was just the second meeting of the season between the Generals and the Cardinals, and Scott County won that first meeting by 15. Good crowd on hand at the Toyota Classic. Lafayette was on the move in the first quarter. Eric Powell to Cameron King for the lay-in. Game tied at 4 apiece. King had a big night. Scott County working it around the circle. Cooper Robb open for the long three-pointer. That'll put the Cardinals out in front. Scott County extends their lead. Michael Moreno splashes this one through. 19 points, 12 rebounds for Moreno tonight. Lafayette trying to keep it close. Eric Powell drives in the paint, hits the runner. Lafayette did keep it close for much of the game, but Cooper Robb's 30 points tonight were just too much as Scott County gets the win 75-68. All right, Bryan Station hasn't played since January the 9th. That's when Henry Clay gave the defenders their closest game that they've had all season.
Yeah, Station won 10 days ago, 58-57, staying perfect against Commonwealth competition tonight, facing Paris, who was upset last night by Robertson County, 59-57 in the finals of the 10th Region All-A Championship. So next week in Richmond, we'll have a new All-A titleist. Third quarter, Jalen Byers will get the pass in the paint, and he goes in off the window. Paris down 9. Station on the inbounds. And Keith Casebolt used to tell me about a guy with a three-part name. Terrence Clayton Murphy drills a three, leads at 14. Paris playing tough. Eric Johnson with the pickpocket, and he rewards himself with 2 of his 19. But Bryan Station's Eric Boss Boone.
The boss man.
He's got a three-part name. If you put the boss in there, he can do anything he wants. 21 points, 13 rebounds. Station winning again, 68-47.
Big fan of three-part names. Over in Hamburg, Tates Creek paid a visit to Douglas. The Commodores scored only 18 points against Catholic in its last game. Much better showing offensively tonight. Just before the half, McCaleb Coffey gets the steal, takes it the other way for the layup. Tates Creek down by just 2. Montavian Bean catches the defense sleeping, drives in for the scoop shot. That made it 18-12 Broncos. Justin Mitchell gets the feed in the post, little back down, turnaround jump shot. That's good. Final minute of the half. Mitchell finds Nathan Mack on the low block, and he converts. Douglas wins a high-scoring affair, 87-77.
Welcome back into our team of the week, Madison Central. Speaking of Richmond, Kentucky, we got Roberts Insurance over there. Roberts Insurance, you know the Robert. They played for you,
They
Coach.
sure did. First 2 years I was at Madison Central.
Yeah, they played for Coach. You know, going into this season, Coach, you knew that you had a pretty good team coming back.
We did. 85% of our scoring coming back from the previous year, and that's why I kind of developed the schedule that we have this year. I think this week we were ranked number 7 in the state, and we play 8 out of the other 9 teams that are in the top 10. We've got them all on the schedule, so I wouldn't have done that if we didn't have such a experienced team coming back.
Coach, tell us who you brought with you today.
I brought 3 of my seniors, Dustin Geralds, Isaiah Minner, and Kenya McKee, and all 3 of these guys have been with us for a long time and understand our program, and I think that has a lot to do with the success we've had.
Sure does. Dustin, I'm going to start with you, if you don't mind. Let's ask you the first one. As a senior, what goals did you set for yourself this season, and maybe the team?
I just wanted to help us win as much as I can and have the team to win the 11th region.
That's great. Isaiah, you're the floor general. Tell me what that leadership is like on the court.
It's good. I like to distribute the ball to everybody, make sure everybody's on the same pace, and make sure we come out with the win in the game.
And Kenyon, you are a scorer and a rebounder, so you do it all. He's pretty multifaceted there. Where did you learn all these skills?
Just growing up and just working on my game and just trying to help the team win. That's all I can do. That's all I like to do on this team.
That's great. Now, Coach, you've got some really strong athletes here. How are they going to help you in the 11th region?
Well, I think the experience is probably the biggest thing. They've been through the ropes and played the challenging schedule that we play year in and year out, and hopefully that's going to pay off come tournament time.
You know, the 11th region, teams like, it's loaded again this year, Coach. Scott County, Bryan Station, teams like that yourself, you know it's always going to be tough.
You know, usually to win the 11th region, you got to go through Scott County, but Lafayette and Bryan Station have probably been the biggest surprises this year. I mean, there's 6 teams in the top 20, so you know nothing new. We're used to it.
That's right, you're used to it. Thank you, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. That's the Madison Central Indians and Coach Alan Feldhouse Jr. Now we're going to this feature on Mercer County. They're one of the top teams in the country, but they do it with the family style.
Coach Adder is my uncle, so I don't think I've called him uncle since before I played basketball. Now it's always Coach Adder. It doesn't feel weird to me just because he's always been my coach, and so I don't know any different.
Coach Chris Souter has been the head guy at Mercer for 19 years. In that time, he's coached multiple family members. Emmy Souter and Sagan Robbins are his nieces and seniors on the squad. Just this year, Emmy reached 1,000 points, and her coach and cousin-in-law helped her get there.
So I told Sagan when Emmy needed like 4 points during the game, and she said, okay, I'll keep getting her the ball.
I didn't even know that I was even close to it, so whenever I made my 1,000 points, everybody was like freaking out, and I was like, what is happening? I have no idea.
Souter's other niece, Sagan Robbins, who has more than 2,000 points in her high school career, is also a front runner for Miss Basketball, an honor she's thought about for a long time.
It would be incredible. I mean, it's obviously something I've always dreamed of. Just to be considered is really humbling.
The 2 girls already have scholarships to play ball in college. Robbins to Louisville and Souter to North Kentucky. Coach Souter told me he's proud of them both as a coach and an uncle.
I'm probably a little bit harder on them than I am the others, and but they know it, they expect it.
The family won a state title together in 2017 and are the favorites to do it again this year. Oh, by the way, they're also ranked top 10 nationally.
But I told them, don't worry about it. We've won a state championship. They can't take that away from you. So let's go out there and have fun.
It certainly won't be an easy road, but the family is in it together. Kaylee Mizell, WKYT.
And welcome back in with Tom Viney from Pannell Swim Shop, Gary Ball. This is our Athletes of the Week, and boy, we've got some more great athletes here. 2
really star athletes. We've got Rachel Klinker from Tates Creek and Ja'Cory Miller from Madison Central, and these are 2 just top
notch.
Absolutely.
3.9, 3.8. That's incredible.
Yep, absolutely. 2 incredible athletes. So, Rachel, tell me, what do you really enjoy about swimming? You spend so much time in the water.
Yeah.
What are those things that really drive you to have so much success?
Well, I just enjoy racing. Every single time I'm in the water is something new, and I just have a lot of fun.
And Ja'Cory, you've got a 3.9 in the class over there, Madison Central. Congratulations for that. You're doing great things in the classroom over there, young man. You know you are, aren't you, over there? So what teachers at Madison Central motivate you and keep you in the class over there?
Well, definitely my coach. He's one of my biggest mentors, just as far as keeping my head on a swivel and making sure I have everything done. But there's a few more teachers that are just the same way. It's like a family at Madison Central.
Right.
They just want to see you succeed.
Coach keeps you grounded, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
That's great. Rachel, tell me a little bit about what, kind of similar question, what's motivating you to have so much success not only in the pool but also academically as well?
I have to say my parents. They're always keeping me on the ball.
That's right.
But it's always motivating to come home and have my mom be there like, oh, how are you doing? Or behind at the blocks cheering me on.
That's wonderful.
Well, Ja'Cory, we know that you're a good student, but we know that you probably set some goals for yourself on the basketball floor. What goals have you set for yourself this year?
Well, I just want to bring energy to the team, just make sure everybody's taking care of what we need to, and really whatever I can do to help us get to state and win that 11th region.
That's great. Rachel, tell me a little bit about, so you spend so much time in the water, outside of the water, when you're not sitting there in the pool all day long, what are some of the other things that you really spend your time doing?
Those rare moments.
Yeah.
Well, I'm heavily involved in my school's student council. I'm my junior class president. You have Beta Club, National Honor Society. I'll help out around my church. Just kind of everything.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you've got two extremely well-rounded student athletes right here.
And Ja'Cory, what are your college plans with your good academics and everything?
Well, I have received a full offer for academics at the University of Louisville. I'm weighing my options, seeing how this season goes. I would love to play basketball next year, but just seeing where the road takes us.
Yeah, well, congratulations for already being accepted there, and congratulations. We know she's going to do good things.
Absolutely.
She's got every college in America after her. But well, if you'll pass that down to Ja'Cory, and there's a plaque from Crown Trophy. Take that over there, and they'll personalize that for you. Put your name and school on it for no charge. Congratulations, but most importantly, keep up the good work in the classroom over there.
Absolutely.
Those are our scholar athletes. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
We go to Mercer County, West Jessamine for our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Kaylin Drakeford gets the block. The ball's going out of bounds. Carter Bauman with the heads-up play keeps it the Titans' ball. Bauman passes up to Drakeford, who puts in the layup. Wow, what a sequence. Take another look at this one. Kaylin Drakeford with the block, ball going out of bounds. Carter Bauman, heads-up play, keeps it in bounds. Bauman passes it up to Drakeford, and he puts it in for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into our UK Sports Medicine segment, our title sponsor. Tom, these guys come in, these girls, they always give us such great information. Thank you for coming in, Cheyenne.
Of course, yeah.
What is the importance of cross-training?
Okay, so quickly, cross-training is a program that implements different elements of sports activities and athletic activities. So this is really important because if you have an athlete or anyone just doing one sport or activities related to that sport, that creates an environment that you're prone for overuse injuries. So it's important to do different activities to prevent that. It's also good for athletes that are injured because say you have a cross-country athlete, that lot of wear and tear after all that mileage on their lower body, it's great to have them go swimming or biking just to prevent those injuries. And a smaller thing that's really good for our athletes is it creates a fun and different environment so they don't get bored. You know, you have to keep their attention all the time.
Keep their attention.
Keep going.
Focused.
Yep, exactly.
Focused.
That's great. Well, Cheyenne, you're speaking my language here because this is the things that I love. Do you find a lot of coaches or a lot of athletic trainers are really implementing this type of training or conditioning in their programs?
Yeah, all the athletic trainers I work with, I know we use it. It's great, though, as you said, to have coaches involved, athletic trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, just any staff that are working with these athletes. And it's also really great to know the population you're working with, whether that be younger, older, and the sport. So again, those cross-country athletes, cross-training is great for them to help eliminate overuse injuries. I work with a high school and middle school, so younger kids, a lot of times we see them specializing now in certain sports, and that's actually not good because of using the same thing, doing the same activities. It causes burnout and overuse much younger, and then they have to carry that the rest of their life.
You don't want to cause burnout
No,
because we know how those young kids are. That's not
good. Not at all.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about what are some of those basic guidelines or principles that when you are looking at implementing this program, what are the things that people should really be concentrating on?
So I love cross-training because it can be completely individualistic, and there's plenty of resources online, and a lot of those websites you can just find like any health website, and some will just give you the guidelines why it's so great and examples, or some might even just give you an entire workout, which is great because that can be used for specific activities, so a swimmer, a runner, or it can just be used if you're trying to build your cardio endurance, your strength. What I've used and I've seen used a lot is like a 3-day, 3-4-day cycle. So it'll be 1 to 2 days are really focusing on either that activity or sport, and then the next day or the next 2 days after you flip it to do something completely different, whether that be maybe strength training, cardio, if you're not a swimmer, swimming that day. And it's just those different activities are just great for your body and to help prevent injury.
Did you get all that?
Took it really good notes. It's all right up here.
Really good stuff
Absolutely.
there. Well, he does some of that cross training or whatever fit stuff, so he probably liked every bit of that information you gave us. But me, I'm a tennis player, so I don't do a lot of cross training, but not that I wouldn't try it.
There you go. Need to get out there and do it.
Might help my tennis
That's
game.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's really good stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Cheyenne DeRaymond with UK Sports Medicine. There's their website, their phone number. Give them a call. Now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com.
All right, welcome back to Game Time, and we get straight back to the highlights with a clash of two talented girls teams.
Franklin County has won 12, including 6 of their last 7. 12 games, 6 of the last 7. Not too bad. Playing well tonight, visiting Dunbar, a team that has won 5 of its last 7. Now, Franklin County would have to try and figure out a way to stop that young lady. But Shayla Cecil being honored as the new all-time scoring leader in Dunbar, closing in on 1,900 points. Bulldogs would strike first, and Aya Cotton takes it right down the middle and scores. The Lady Flyers came out passing well, shooting even better. Excellent ball movement to Josie Thacker for 3. Franklin County continues to find the open shooter, but Cheyenne Fullwood gets a piece of it. Patience Laster there for the putback. Folks, that is an 8th grader, and she is going to be pretty darn good. Dunbar cuts into the deficit. The Flyers collapse on Cecil. Fullwood hits the long 2, toe on the line. This one would go to double overtime. Wow. Dunbar wins at 74-68.
Back to the Toyota Classic. It's Franklin County and Wayne County. Third quarter, the Flyers bounce it to the blocks where Walker Lee turns and hits. 25-22 Franklin County. More from the Flyers. Kyle Stivers spots up behind the arc right there, and he knocks down the triple. 28-22, but Wayne County would come all the way back. Watch this. All 5 players touching the ball as it swung around the horn, just like they practiced it inside the Jackson Baker for the bucket. Wayne County wins at 47-42.
West Jess starts a comeback. Skylar Kennedy gets the Colts within 5. Chance McCullough will drive inside, dodges the block. Oh, ties the game at 52. The crowd yelling at Trayvon Faulkner. That's the wrong guy to heckle. That guy can do it all. This one was tight throughout, but the Titans get the victory. Final score 80-73.
And welcome back in. We thank to all of our guests. Give thanks to Madison Central. They're one of the top teams in the state. And, of course, Rachel, a terrific swimmer there. She just does a great job in the pool and the classroom over there. She's got a 3.8 or something like that.
Yeah, she's just the epitome of what a swimmer should be here in the state of Kentucky. Yep.
You know, we had Madison Central on the show, Tom, but also over there in their district is Richmond Model. They're sitting there with a 14-2, 14-3 record. They haven't even lost to an in-state team yet.
I tell you what, that region is stacked from top to bottom.
As always, it's going to be a tough regional with Scott County and all Bryan Station, Lafayette, all those teams.
That's right. As
always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see, those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.